Hello again and welcome. My name is Robert Schein, Managing Director and Partner of Blanke Schein Wealth Management. Today is the 28th of August. Happy Friday. This is Friday Insight Edition. And today we're going to dedicate this to the great investor of all time, Warren Buffett. He has taught us many lessons. He's got a lot of books that we've always in the investment world been super fans of. I've got just a few of them in my hand right here and several of them on my bookshelf, not only here at home, but tremendous fan. And Warren Buffett turns 90 years old this weekend. He's been an unbelievable investor, as we all know, household name, and ultimately self-made. Ultimately, I'll give you some facts right here about Warren Buffett, which is really exciting, that I researched and learned. I sort of knew all these, but we'll share with you them today. He bought his first stock when he was 11 years old. And as soon as he got bit by the bug, he started just being all consumed in the world of stocks and bonds and equities and financial markets and economies. And ever since then, from 11 years old, he has just done an amazing thing. This year hasn't been the best year for him. In fact, he's down on his net worth year to date, $11 billion, but he's still getting close to just under $80 billion. And another interesting fact here is he was rejected from Harvard Business School, and that's when he went to Columbia. And that's another lesson for all of us who may not know that, path to greatness is hard, right? It's never easy. And that's a lesson for our kids to learn, is that even though a door shuts, another door and opportunities open. And that's where he met Charlie Munger. And Charlie became not only his professor, but a good friend at Columbia Business School. And then they began to invest together. But Warren Buffett learned a lot from Graham Dodd, as well as all the greats before him. And that's why he pivoted to Columbia after he got rejected from Harvard Business School. He actually wrote the professors and said, actually, upon learning about you guys are still alive, I'd like to attend at Columbia Business School. And they chuckled, obviously, and accepted him. And the rest is history, because that's where Warren really got his foundational understanding about investing in the equity markets. And one thing about Warren Buffett is he understands that he partners with businesses and understands cash flows, understands companies from their whole, and takes a step back and gives us some great advice, such as, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. We just experienced this, right, from last March to May. Ultimately, the markets were down in just a short order of time of 35%. But we know that the long-term effects of a long-term asset or a company that has a good quality leadership business, as well as leader in its own sort of sector or industry, are always long-term quality bets. Don't bet against America, don't bet against markets. And so in the short term, they're a weighing machine, as he says, of sort of popularity as well as sort of sentiment on the short term, emotionally driven. But you could take advantage of that, as we do here at Blanke Schein Wealth Management for our clients, because we instill some of the Warren Buffett isms, if you will, and stuff that we've learned from him for the years. He still lives in the same house since 1958. Which is another evidential sort of reason why he's worth what he is because he's a very simple man, right? Pays off his mortgage. He lives in the same house, doesn't really have an eye for other houses or even collecting things. He likes collecting companies and investing in stuff that we know that are all household names and brands. But here's an interesting point right now is, do you realize that 94% of his net worth was created after the age of 65? Let me repeat that. 94% of his net worth was created after the age of 65. So keep this in mind. This is a powerful evidence, an example of the power of compounding, right? He made the investments many, many years ago in these quality companies that he put in his portfolio, and then he just waited. He didn't trade. He wasn't a day trader. He basically said, I'm going to partner with this business long term because I see that they could be, leaders in their own sector and industry. And ultimately reinvest those dividends because he always believed in cash flow, and cash flow is king. And then once he reinvested those, he accumulated more shares, share accumulation, and then eventually he just waited for, the markets to do their thing, and they kicked in. So it's the power of compounding. Obviously, some discipline, not trading, but owning, being a true owner and a believer in a business that you know and trust and that you're familiar with. It's almost the Peter Lynch story too. And another key fact right now is He spends 80% of his day reading. So he's a lifelong learner at the age of 90 years old. I think that's fantastic. That's another great lesson. Spend your time learning. It's a great lesson for all of our kids, and teaching as well. That's what I'm doing here on the YouTube channel. So I encourage everyone to like and subscribe. And ultimately get your children and grandchildren to reach out and connect with us at Blanke Schein Wealth Management all across social media. We have Instagram, we have Facebook, and also YouTube as well. And our goal and our mission here is to provide education. That education on a drip daily basis that we're doing is going to provide you insight in the markets, but more importantly, connect with the next generation in your family. We're happy to do so, and the best part is it's free and it's easy. So if you don't know how to do it, pick up the phone and ask a grandchild or somebody that you know and love and say, hey, listen, just go find and follow Blanke Schein Wealth Management on any social media platform that they like, and we will do the rest. We'll take over the heavy lifting from there, which is just providing them with value and education. So thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and happy birthday, Warren Buffett.